Hello, good morning, and welcome to the 28th day of June 2021. And welcome once again to Monday Morning Show, Monday Morning Talk with Ayodije Badon. Last week we concluded the three lessons from influential leaders. That's the Business and Life series. And this morning we're starting the Innovation series. I want to welcome you to a brand new day, a brand new week, because it's going to be a phenomenal week. And this series that I'm starting is my specialty. I really love to talk about innovation. I eat innovation, I drink innovation. I basically do innovation with everything that concerns me. So everything around me is not normal. Everything around me is not generic. Everything around me is always innovative. And so it's always my pleasure when I talk about innovation. This morning will be the beginning of this series, and I think it should run for 3 weeks. Thank you so much for everyone. Good morning, Madam Grace Jafflet, for joining us. I am so glad that you have joined this morning. So I can confirm from my device here that you can hear me. Please give me just one moment and I will share to the Bring Dr. Africa Training Center. Okay? And then we'll go straight up to what we have for today. I'll be inviting a few people, and please help me to invite more people, because what we are having here this morning, you will love it. It will. In fact, last night when I posted, or early this morning around past 12 a.m., I said, your business will thank you. And for the next 3 weeks thereabout, I will be sharing those things I know, those things that are in my head. You would also need to get my book, the Business Intelligence Cookbook, because it's more detailed there. But I will be sharing a few things with us in this video. Welcome to the Monday Morning Talk, and I'm Ayodije Badon, the founder of Print Dr. Africa. If there is anything we do right at Print Dr. Africa, it is innovation. And get ready for an amazing day today. So this morning I'll be talking about 3 ways to win in any industry. I'll be talking about 3 ways to win in any industry. Whatever you do, whatever industry you belong to, whether you're a writer, you are an entrepreneur, whatever you do, whether you sell stones, you sell rice, you sell laptops, you sell shirts, whatever you do, you're a photographer. If you follow these 3 things that I'll be talking about this morning, you will win in any industry you belong to. Now, that won't be all. I will be going a bit deeper this morning. I'll be doing some critique of 3 industries. I call them the 3 least innovative industries in Nigeria. And I'll be doing a critique of those industries this morning and why I consider them the 3 least innovative industries in Nigeria. So you got to wait for that. I'm not doing this just for the purpose of criticizing them. I'm doing it so that every business owner will watching this will learn 1 or 2 things and how not to fall into this category. So I'd like to know if you are watching me and where you're watching me from. So engage me please in the comments as we go on. Thank you. Okay, so 3 things you need to do very quickly, because what we have today, it's a bit bulky. The first thing you have to do is to develop a strategic plan. I know that everywhere you go, people talk about having a business plan. So I do not think that there are, no matter how basic it is, I should not be talking to you about having a business plan anymore, because if you are into business, whatever you do, you should have a business plan. And as a small business owner myself, I need to tell you that it's not mandatory for you to have that elaborate, bogus business plan, because sometimes you miss what you ought to do. Most of people who chase all these large business plans don't actually build large businesses. Even if it's one sheet. I remember my role model, Patrick Bet-David, talking about having a one-sheet business plan that can help you. Some people have one-sheet business plan and they have built bigger businesses than those who have multiple paged business plans. But this morning, I'm not talking about business plans. I'm talking about a strategic plan. Now, why I pay a lot of attention to my strategic plan than the business plan, because the strategic plan is a living document. It's like a document that has breath, that talks. It's not just a document. It's like a life, a human being. The human being that pushes your business forward. It has life. It has emotion. It helps you to know whether your business is doing well or not. I have covered this in my book, my latest book, the Business Intelligence Cookbook. I have lots of things in that book, even the template in that book. But I will give you just the overview of a strategic plan today. Now, a strategic plan contains the vision and mission of a business. It also contains the plans, not just the plans now, the measures. You need to develop measures. How do you know that your business is moving forward? Okay, you need to develop measures, and these measures can also be in categories. You have to have the categories for these measures, and then you need to define review period. So a strategic plan is not just a document. Though it has to be documented, but it's not just a document. It is how you run your business on a daily basis. So how do I say this? A strategic plan is like your dashboard on a car. Your dashboard helps you to know whether you will get to your destination safe and sound or not, whether you will get your destination on time or not. Your dashboard shows you your speed. Okay, your dashboard shows you if you have fuel in the car. Your dashboard shows you if your charging system is working or not. Your dashboard shows you if a door is open. All right, so safety also. Your dashboard shows you the temperature of your car. A business plan does not show you all of this. It is a strategic plan that can give you all of this. If you have my book, or you can get the book, businessintelligencecookbook.com, it is very elaborate. I'm not showing you what I have not practiced. So I've done a live video. You can check my wall down. I think it's been many months now. We have a room in the office where we have implemented our strategic plan. In fact, that is what I do every Monday morning by 10 a.m. You remember at the end of every video, I say, I'm rushing to the office for the 10 a.m. meeting, because we're going to we're going to review our strategic plan. We do it on a weekly basis. Your business plan will tell you the big picture, okay? But your strategic plan is what takes you from point A to point B. Business plan talks about point A to point Z. If you don't move to B, you will never get to Z. So I implore that you pay more attention to your strategic plan than even your business plan. I'm not saying don't have a business plan. I'm saying you can have a business plan. You don't need to invest thousands of dollars to develop a business plan. Okay, but you make sure that you have a strategic plan in your business. Number two, how to enter into any industry and win. how to win in any industry. Number 2 is to develop the innovation mindset. Are you with me this morning? I said develop innovation mindset. Thank you, Madam Shakira Oshilaja Oluokun, for joining me this morning. I appreciate that all the way from Ibadan. Okay, innovation mindset. What is innovation mindset? Now, these are my terminologies. Innovation mindset is the ability or the development of the ability to see the difference between what is and what could be. I'll take that once again. Innovation mindset is, to develop an innovation mindset is to develop the ability to see the difference between what is and what could be. This is the secret behind my business, my ministry, whatever it is I do or get involved in, even in my house, my family. One day I sat right here in this sitting room. This sitting room used to be painted green, and we did some fancy stuff here and there. And I laid down on the 3-seater and I saw the difference between what was and what could be. And I called a printer and a painter, and we had a deal within 15 minutes. And by the next day, this sitting room changed to what you can see today. It is called innovation mindset. Being able to see the difference between what is in your business and what could be. Not just seeing it, the next thing is to take action. Every single week, I have a list on this tab that I share with my team. At the end of our review meeting, I share with the team the actions that we need to execute in the week. Everybody takes their actions. So innovation mindset is not just seeing the difference. It's also putting the action behind it. But you cannot put action on something that you have not seen. Okay, so seeing the difference between what is and what could be is an essential part of any business that will win in any industry. So whether you're a writer or you're a preacher or you're a carpenter or whatever it is you do, make sure that you develop the innovation mindset. Okay, make sure you develop innovation mindset. It will help you to keep improving. There is something now. I'll just link this quickly back to the strategic plan. There is something called continuous improvement and continual improvement. If you link innovation mindset with a well-developed strategic plan, you will develop what is called a continual improvement. So let me tell you the difference between a continuous improvement and continual improvement. Now, continuous improvement is, if I can just draw a picture of a graph before you this morning and just follow me with your mind. It's like drawing the graph the x-axis and the y-axis, and then from zero, which is from the 0 point, you just keep going up and up and up. Now, results may be getting better, but if you don't know why and how you're growing, the likelihood that you cannot sustain your growth is higher. Now, with continual improvement, what happens is that you have predefined review seasons, okay? Predefined review seasons. So as you keep improving, you get to a point, maybe on the 3rd month, you stay there for a few hours, you review what has worked as you keep improving, and then by the time you launch again, you experience far more exponential growth. So you have more vertical growth, than horizontal growth. Growth that tends to be more horizontal and takes more time. Okay, so with very good vertical growth, something very close to 90 degrees growth, you achieve so much more in less time. So we're saying that the y-axis is the result and the x-axis is the time taken. With continual improvement, you achieve more in less time because you review, you check what's working, you check what's not working. So I've been able to link for you now in the link between innovation mindset and the strategic plan. Number three, the third thing you need to do, and we will move to the next thing, is the ability to grow a solid team. The third thing, the third way to win in any industry is developing a solid team. Developing a solid team. If you develop a solid team, you can achieve much more. Even the Bible says that one shall chase 1,000 and two shall chase 10,000. This is not arithmetic progression, okay? One shall chase 1,000 and two shall chase 10,000. Now, there are two ways I will share with you that you need to develop a solid team. Don't forget, I will round off with this right now, and I will go to, I will review the three worst industries with regards to innovation in Nigeria. Okay, this is the first time I'm going to be sharing this to the public. This is what I've been ruminating on for several months, and I'm not just doing this to critique. I'm sharing this so that you will learn what you need to improve in your business as well. Okay, so the first thing is by sourcing the right team. By sourcing the right team. Okay, you cannot groom a solid team with wrong people in your team. Okay, so some time ago, I'll just share this experience. I've had one or two experiences with bad people in my team. Okay, I employed this young lady, and I felt, okay, I wanted a lady in the team. And because I believe in the abilities of females, of women. So I said, okay, I'm going to make sure that this particular employment goes to a lady. So I got her into the team, and we started. Character was an issue. I would say that I was a learner when all of this happened to me. Character was an issue. This lady will resume at any time and close at any time. She had a sorry tale to say every single day. She had a sorry tale to say. Within 1 week, she had come to borrow money. Liberal Ayodeji, I gave her the money. So I would say that I was naive. I felt everybody would be nice to me the way I'm nice to them. And I gave her the money, the first one. The second time, let me just summarize by saying she didn't work up to 2 months and she had borrowed money twice. And I gave her money twice. And then she came a third time to say that the month she has not worked, I should pay her for it. She wants to use it to go and try an admission somewhere. At that point, I was, this is someone that was not even contributing what I expected from her. She had the finesse, she spoke English, but character was horrible. She was not contributing anything. Within these few weeks we worked together, all she came for was to collect money and disappear. So you know what? When she said this to me, I was on the phone. This is the first time I would fire anyone on the phone. I just told her, I'm done with you. I cannot continue to do this. Please, I don't want to meet you in my office. That was the end. It was unbelievable. She was still within probation. So I couldn't just imagine that anyone would behave like that. Okay, so growing a solid team has to first do with sourcing first. If you think that you can employ anybody and then grow them later, you are making a mistake. I have made that mistake before. I don't want you to make that mistake. You must be. That's why you see some of these massive companies, these blue chip companies, multinationals, they invest heavily in their human resources department because they know that the success or the failure of their company starts from how they recruit their staff members. Okay, so it's very important that from recruitment. I'm not telling you this because I read it in the newspaper. I learned the hard way. I don't want to continue with my experiences, but I just needed to share this one experience with you. Okay, so I learned the hard way that if you do not develop the right team, if you do not employ properly, okay, employ properly, if you do not employ the right way, you will have problems. You can't even train the wrong person. Okay, you can't train the wrong person. So this now, my story is not just stories of gory tales. Okay, I also have fantastic tales. Some of you that follow me on my status, you know that I praise my staff members, the people that work with me right now. I'm not sure you will find better people than them anywhere in the world. So I'm not just telling you that I've had bad experiences. As we speak today, I have very good experiences with the people I hired. Okay, I almost fell into the hands of another guy when I was looking for a graphic designer. But my experiences told me, I began to see what is it called? I began to see the trend. I began to see the pattern that this person would give me problems, and I just let him go even before we started at all. So sourcing is critical when you're looking for the right team. Now, the second one is training. If you have the right people, but you don't give them the right training, you will still not win in your industry, okay? If you lead your people the way they came, if you let them be the way they came to you in the raw form, and you don't invest quality time, and you don't invest quality in training them, you will still not win in that industry. So this is what I say all the time. I invest a lot of time in training my people. Like the last person that joined the team came as a professional in finishing expert himself. But I still train my people on a daily basis. If you meet them, ask them. Because I discovered that it is the key. Human development. In fact, it's not just leadership development. I'm not just training them in the skills. My people have the skills already. I'm training them for leadership. At the beginning of this year, when I realized that leadership development is essential to exponential growth, which we were aiming for, I decided and I told them, leadership mindset, problem-solving mindset, innovation mindset shall be the core focus of every member of this team. Every time you run into problems, don't share problems with me. Share solutions with me. Okay? Share what you have done. You might not be able to solve the problem, but don't talk to me about it until you have tried something. And then you tell me, because anytime you come to me, the question I ask you is, what have you done? As far as I'm concerned, I did not come to the earth with two heads. It is by developing these leadership abilities that I'm able to solve the problems you are bringing to me. So the question is, your team must be strong. Okay. So let's just leave it at that, because I think the time now is 9:23. I have 7 more minutes to go, and I will quickly go to innovation ranking. The last 3 innovative industries in Nigeria. Third to the last this morning, according to my opinion, is the telecoms industry. Telecoms industry came into Nigeria, and it was the big thing. They were big, they were moving fast, they were moving forward, and they were cashing out real big. But at some point, I think bureaucracy came in. Maybe they began, I don't know, maybe they began to lose their talents to the jackpot thing. Talents began to leave Nigeria, because I know a lot of people left Nigeria from some of these big industries. Maybe they lost their vibe and all of that. The only thing you hear from all of them today is recharge and get times 10, 10 times your recharge. Glow is doing 10 times recharge or 6 times or whatever it is. MTN is doing the same thing. Airtel is doing the same thing. So I listen to, when I drive and I'm in town, all of that, or watch CNN and you see their adverts, the only thing you see is 10 times, 5 times, 3 times. Is that all that Nigerians need? Is that all we need in Nigeria? 3 times, 3 times, 3 times. If one company is doing it, everybody do the same thing. Data is a problem in Nigeria. They're not seeing how to fix it and make it more accessible. Okay? Everything they're talking about is 3 times recharge card, 5 times recharge card. And then you will hear something like, the next thing is, if you have not used your SIM card for a number of days, activate it and get 6 times. Everybody's doing the same thing. I consider that very, very uninnovative. I consider them the third third to the last innovative industry in Nigeria. Number 2, second to the last, is the agriculture industry. Now, I'm going to cut agriculture a lot of slack because things are happening in Nigeria. But most of the food we produce in Nigeria still comes by subsistence farming or semi-mechanized, especially from the north. Most of what happens, that's why when you hear that insecurity is happening in some places, food shortages occur. Let's go to Israel. Let's talk about Israel. Israel practically is on a rock. They do not have arable land like Nigeria, but they are self-sufficient with regards to food. They're self-sufficient with regards to food. In Nigeria, in my backyard here, you can drop anything anywhere. Just drop tomatoes anywhere. In 1 week, it has started to grow. Why is Nigeria not self-sufficient? Okay, government is heavily invested in agriculture, but what do you hear? They're not investing in the technology. They keep talking about fertilizers. We have produced fertilizers for everybody. In agriculture today, it is, if Israel can do it without arable land, everything, and they are self-sufficient when it comes to food. I cut them some slack because it needs a lot of investment, but government is not interested. A government that is not even interested in funding education cannot fund agriculture, technology in agriculture. But whatever happens, I think that there is a lot of work that needs to be done in the agricultural sector. Now, the worst of it all, the very bottom, according to my evaluation, the very, very bottom is the insurance industry. I remember my father has, Royal Exchange Assurance, Rian. We used to collect my father has shares in that company, and the pattern of behavior since when I was a child is still what you see largely in the insurance industry. I have taken time to highlight why I think insurance industry is the worst. I have 2 people that I know are in that industry. I told them last week. I said, police is even more innovative than insurance industry. Nigerian police force is more innovative than the insurance industry. Okay, that's my belief. Now, you still find agents of insurance companies carrying forms all around the streets. Excuse me, in this era of platforms. In the last chapter of my book, like an addendum to my book, I talked about platforms, how you need to create platforms and why you need to create platforms. In this era of platforms, that even printing and publishing companies have platforms. All right. Now, the agents are still going around on foot with forms talking to people. Number two, now these agents will fill the forms and still travel to the office to go and submit forms, insurance forms, for people who sign up in this dispensation. Now, the best of them, I don't remember the company now, with regards to advertising, the best of them sponsor one radio program like that I think it's on Inspiration FM, I think once a week. That's the best they do. They are stuck. Now, this is just the person, the company doing this is an outlier. The rest don't even do anything. Okay? So they are stuck on radio programs. They are very weak on social media. I don't know have you seen any company, any one of them on social media? Have you seen any of them on social media? The insurance plans remain traditional for most part. Okay, they are very weak in their attempts to capture Generation Z that will provide a lot of income. These are the things I would do if I were in the insurance industry. I will capture Generation Z, because especially I'll put them on life insurance or life assurance or whatever it is called, because you will get your premium for such a long time before they get to the point of making claims. These are young people that still have like 30, 40 years. You have their money, their premiums to do a lot of business and make profit. Okay, so this is my opinion. What is your opinion? Now, evaluate this morning the things I have said about these industries in your business as well. Now, don't look at your entire industry. Look at your business. How innovative are you? How do you think you can make more with what you're doing right now? Okay? What's the difference between where you are and where you ought to be? Are you seeing any difference? Can you exploit anything right now in your business? Okay, so we have come to the end of the Monday Morning Talk for this day, the 28th of June 2021. And I want to thank everyone who has joined me this morning. Okay, next week I'll be going deeper in this innovative series, and I will be sharing a few more things with you. But between now and then, I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye now.